Hey, what's up, everybody? This Eve got a great show for y'all today. On this episode of Hit the Sled, we're going to be talking about how the Commanders are going to beat the New York Giants at MetLife on Sunday. If you guys don't know, my name is Eve. I'm a former offensive lineman from the great institution that is West Virginia State University. I live and breathe the trenches, and I know firsthand how offensive and defensive lines shape the outcome of football games. In this podcast, I'm going to always share my deep insights into the experiences and breaking down all the techniques and strategies and the battles that define the game of football. Whether or not you're a seasoned fan or whether or not you're new to the game, I want you to join me every week for the unique perspective that you're not going to find anywhere else. And I'm going to be talking about how the offense and defensive lines are going to shape every football game that is played as to how they go about winning games behind the offense and defensive lines. With that being said, we're going to be talking about, again, how the Commanders are going to beat the New York Giants. Before we get started on that, is a couple things I wanted to talk about. I was, part of what I do is I try to explain to everybody. I try to bring you guys something that I'm sure you guys probably haven't saw. And one of the things I saw was something from courtesy to Ryan Russillo, somebody who I used to follow. He used to be on ESPN radio with Scott Van Pelt, a local guy here in DC who does SVP Sports Center. Ryan Russillo is currently right now with the Ringer. He does an excellent job. And he had a episode of his podcast where he was talking to Greg Olsen. As you guys know, Greg Olsen, the former tight end, former University of Miami tight end. Miami won today. Congrats to them. They 8-0. They doing a good job. Greg Olsen, who last year, the last couple of seasons, actually, he was a part of the number one commentary team on Fox. This season, he's been surpassed. He was replaced, I should say, by Tom Brady. Brady is getting his footing. So it's one of those things where, he got put on the second team. But Greg Olsen had a really, really good discussion as to what they were talking about, is how the question came up as to Jaden Daniels, as to what exactly is Jaden Daniels doing. How is Jaden Daniels getting everything he's getting done? How is he doing it? How is he going about with his how did everything get started? And part of the discussion was Greg Olsen talked about how Cliff Kingsbury put in the first part of the offense with Jaden Daniels. I'm gonna play this for you, and then we're gonna come back, talk about it briefly before we go into the Giants. It's gonna be something that I thought was really, really interesting. It was something that, like I said, that a lot of people I'm sure probably missed, but something that I picked up and I thought was really, really interesting as to people are thinking about how is it that Jaden is doing the things that he's doing? How is he doing this? How? What is he doing? How did Cliff Kingsbury get this done? And I'm gonna show you guys exactly what I mean. Take a listen to this, and we'll come back and talk about it briefly on the other end. Give me 1 second. Go ahead.
Yeah, I've never heard anybody talk about him and not like him, at all the different stops. And, it's funny when you look at the Caleb Williams situation in Chicago and then Jaden Daniels going into Washington, you think, okay, well, the receivers, they bring in Keenan, they already have Moore, who was really good last year. They draft Rome. There's a ton of stuff that you really like, and maybe not the offensive line. Who knows about the play calling debate of it all. And then it's just, as soon as the season has started, and by the way, the receiving core and the options in Cole Kmet, who I should mention as well, that was still a better group of personnel than what Jaden had on the offensive side for what was going on in Washington. But it's just funny that I don't know if it's playing the results or that Jaden has just been that good, but then a revisiting of, oh, did he actually step into a better situation? And you're like, not one person thought that in August. It may be true now, not in the receiving corps, not in the receiving room or whatever, but it's whenever I'll see that, I go, not one person thought that thing 2 months ago. So I can't possibly think that's the answer.
No, and then the one piece I forgot to mention is Cliff Kingsbury has done a marvelous job. And I think it was such a smart hire for Dan to bring in a guy who had NFL play calling, NFL head coach experience, but also the bulk of his experience was at the college level. And the purpose of me saying that is he told us flat out, he's like, the first time when we drafted Jaden, he came in and we sat down, I was like, hey, I'm not going to tell you my offense. I'm not going to give you install number one. I'm not going to tell you our terminology. I want you to give me your best 5 concepts: run, pass, quarterback run, play, whatever it is. Give me your 5 favorite plays from college that you could run tomorrow in your sleep. He goes, so he put together some thoughts. We talked through it. He goes, that was my install 1 at OTA practice number 1. He goes, I didn't install my offense. My first install was the things that he was going to be day 1 comfortable with, had a million reps. But that having the understanding of the college game and then the aspects of the college game that do translate to the NFL and the aspects of it that just don't, I think Cliff has a very interesting balance because he's experienced it at both levels and then gets a quarterback that has very unique traits and physical qualities and had the wherewithal and the self-awareness to say, I'm not going to just install Arizona Cardinals 2.0. That doesn't do us any good. I need to install an offense that he's going to connect with as quickly as possible. And that's what he's done. They don't huddle. They're at the line. He's calling plays 1 words. It feels a little bit like he's accustomed to from his days at LSU and obviously before that in Arizona, but like it felt a little collegey, but then they're running NFL style scheme. So it's a nice blend. And I think you got to give Kingsbury a lot of credit. He's done a nice job here halfway through the year.
Yeah, look, I mean, I wasn't even going to bring it up because people know that I'm a fan.
So part of what I wanted, the reason why I wanted you guys to hear this
of Cliff, and I think
because, excuse me, part of the reason why that was so interesting to me was because the reason why that was so interesting to me was because most offensive coordinators, when they get a rookie quarterback, they just come in and the offensive coordinators start putting what they wanted to put in their offense. I'm gonna give you my offense, and then you're gonna go about learning everything that I have to know on offense. That's not what Cliff Kingsbury did. And this is so smart. He knew the type of talent he had in Jaden. So what he did was he said, listen, day 1, tell me what is your top 5 passing plays? Was it your top 5 running plays? What are your top 5 plays? And we're going to implement that on day 1. And what that did, he crafted offense that fit what Jaden can do. To me, that is what now is starting to that is why I'm starting to understand how is Jaden able to play the way he's playing now. This offense was crafted because of Jaden Daniels' hands is directly involved in this offense along with Cliff Kingsbury. This offense is not just Cliff Kingsbury's offense, it's also Jaden Daniels' offense. Jaden Daniels, along with Cliff Kingsbury and the offensive staff, put this offense together for them to be able to do the things that they're doing now. He didn't just learn Cliff Kingsbury offense. This is an offense that is crafted by Jaden Daniels and by Cliff Kingsbury. It's a partnership. That's why he's playing fast. That's why he's not making mistakes. That's why he has a handle as to what's going on in the entire offense. He's able to tell everybody what they need to do because he can craft he knows the entire offense because This is the offense he put together. So for me, that kind of makes sense. Now I'm starting to understand how Jaden is able to play the way he's playing. And that's a credit to Cliff Kingsbury too. Cliff Kingsbury has a direct ownership in, he didn't just say, hey man, this is my offense, you got to learn it. Boom, there you go. He said, nah. He knew what he had in Jaden. Jaden is a special talent. He said, let's work together to craft this offense so that we can have you hit the ground running and play fast. And that's what he did. So for me, it is really, really, really exciting to see, to understand why Jaden is playing the way he's playing. So that's some of the things I'm gonna be giving y'all on Hit the Sled. That's just a little taste of what I'm gonna be playing, that I'm gonna be coming up with you guys, for you guys to have a better understanding as to what's going on offense. How is it that Jaden is playing that fast? How is it that the offensive line, he's able to set protections? He's able to tell everybody what they need to do. This is why they're second in the league in passing and total offense and scoring offense. So with that being said, let's get to today's program. What are the Commanders going to need to do to get this win? The first thing I'm going to show you, I got to go to my film. I got to show you guys exactly what they need to do. And part of what they need to do is they have to put pressure on Daniel Jones. We're going to need Frankie Louvu. We're going to need Dante Fowler. We're going to need Dorian Armstrong, Deron Payne, Deshaun Newton, and Colin Farrell. This on the defensive line. Because we need them to get to Daniel Jones early and force him into the mistakes and make this Giants offensive line give up sacks, because they one of the leading teams in the National Football League in giving up sacks. So the defensive line, this is a defensive line game right here. They got to put pressure the same way they did against Caleb last week. They got to put pressure on the quarterback. They got to be coming downhill. They got to disrupt Daniel Jones. That's the number one thing they got to do. And let me show you what I mean by that. The first thing they're going to have to do, let me get to it. Let me show you what I mean. Give me 1 second. Let's go. The first thing they're going to have to do is disrupt Daniel Jones by putting pressure. And what I mean by that is that if they put pressure on Daniel Jones, if they get pressure on Daniel Jones, they're going to be able to stop this offense. Because I'm going to tell you something now. This dude right here, Neighbors cooked us last time, first game we played in week 2. Neighbors cooked us. This guy right here cooked us, and Slayton can get the job done too. These two guys can get the job done. They can beat us. Our secondary is not the greatest, so we're going to have to put pressure on Daniel Jones, just like I'm getting ready to show you the Pittsburgh Steelers did. Part of what the Steelers did, they just, man, TJ Watt, he was coming around the corner, because pause it right here. As you can see here, this guy right here is open. Yeah, he might have a DB right there, but he's open. This guy, look at all this space right here. Look at this right here too. Look at this. These are all one-on-ones. But because they were able to get pressure on Daniel Jones, he wasn't able to get that pass off. Man, because if I keep playing this, look at this. Look at this. You see what I'm saying? Neighbors got this guy beat right here. Neighbors got that guy beat. Look at this right here. Look at this right here. He wide open. Look at this right here. He open too. We got to get pressure on Daniel Jones. We got to make him uncomfortable. Because when you do that, when you hit him a couple times, like TJ Watt did right there, force him to get it. That one, TJ Watt wasn't even getting the pressure. The man that was getting the pressure is my man right here, number 56. He was the one getting a sack. Look at TJ Watt over here. TJ Watt, he was just standing here waiting. This man right here, 56, is going to get the pressure, flush Daniel Jones' head, and TJ Watt is going to clean it up. That's what you got to do. That's team defense right there. That's what that's called. That's called team defense. When you play team defense, you're going to be successful. Watch 56 come around that corner. We gotta force this guy right here to play. He's average at best. He's replacing Thomas, who's out for the year with a foot injury. He's a backup for a reason. We need to show everybody why he's a backup. He needs to be attacked. They need to attack him every play. They need to be coming around that corner, causing havoc. They gotta cause havoc. Watch this. Watch that. You see what I'm saying? You see that? Do you need me to show you again? You need me to show you that again? Watch it again. You see what I'm saying? That's why he's a backup. That's why he's a backup. You see TJ Watt? Look what TJ Watt at. TJ Watt ain't doing nothing. He just hanging out. He hanging out. But you know what's going to happen? Because he's coming right here, he's going to flush Daniel Jones' head, and TJ Watt going to clean it up. Watch. You see what I'm saying? Now TJ Watt going to get up and dance. You see what I'm saying? TJ Watt gets up and does his dance. He made the play. That's what we need. That's what it's called. That's what's called team defense. That's team defense right there. You got to have team defense. You got to be able to play team defense to be able to stop these quarterbacks in the NFL. I know everybody say Daniel Jones sorry. Man, Daniel Jones making $40 million, man. Yeah, everybody's saying he shouldn't be getting $40 million, but he getting it though. He had to do something for a billionaire to say, okay, sign the check to give him $40 million a year. A billionaire had to sign off on that. So just think about that. Again, the Giants, hey, we gotta expose this guy right here. And I'm gonna show you in the end zone view. You gotta expose this tackle right here. He's no good. But look, he's open right now. As Daniel Jones step up. You got guys open, man. He's open. Now it's third. It's long. It's a long yardage to get a first down. He's open. It's one-on-one here. It's one-on-one there. Daniel Jones steps up in the pocket. He just runs into the sack. And that's what I mean. He just runs into the sack. He ain't scrambling. He ain't try to do nothing. He ain't try to, and that's what I mean. That's what I mean, that when you put pressure on him, you hit him a couple times, that's what he's doing. He got a perfect pocket right there. That's a perfect pocket right there. Look at that pocket. Look at that. That's a perfect pocket right there. He got space right there. Look at that. He got space to step up. All he got to do is just get you a simple completion right there, or throw the check down right here. Do that. You do those things, you can live to play another down. But you know what he does? He runs right into the dude. He runs right into him. Runs right into him. You'll see it from the end zone right here. Just watch it. We got TJ. We got TJ Watt right here. We got TJ Watt right there. He flushes him 70. He TJ Watt beats him. Daniel Jones step up. All he had to do now was give it to his outlet. But he runs right into a sack. That's a gift right there. 56, man, Highsworth, he's not, he ain't never gonna get an easier one than that. It gets no easier than that. Again, pressure. This dude right here, number 56, we see the Steelers next week. This dude right here, he's a player now. Again, Daniel Jones. Pressure. Coming around that corner. Come out here, Daniel. Come out. Just give your O-line a chance. Come out here. Because he does that. Look right here. Look right here. And even down here. Guys were open. Daniel, squeeze out here. See what you can get. But, of course, He being Daniel Jones right there. You got to, man, listen, we got to get pressure on this dude. We got to force this guy right here to play. Number 70. If we hear his name called tomorrow, we in business. Meaning that means Frankie Louisville's getting pressure. Deron Payne and them getting pressure. Deron Armstrong and them getting pressure. We need them boys to play like they played against the Chicago Bears last week. Get up in there. Because as you can see, he's a Jag. He's just another guy. Look at that. He's beat right now. Right now. He's beat. This 56, we're going to have to deal with him next week. Got to get him. Got to get him. You see, they pay attention to TJ Watt, but 56 was eating. 56 was eating for the Steelers. He was getting up in there. Daniel Jones step up, and then he doing Daniel Jones things. He just doing Daniel Jones things. So that's what I'm saying right there, that, man, listen, we got to get pressure on these boys. We got to be putting pressure on them. Again, got to put pressure on them. Got to be able to get around that corner. We got TJ Watt right here. Come around that corner. Beating the right tackle right here clean. That's what we need. That's what we need. We need that. We need that. On this play right here, the Giants did a good job. Everybody's covered. They did a good job right here on this play. I mean, the Steelers, I should say, excuse me. They did a good job covering. And once they did that, TJ Watt made the play. Now, we don't have no TJ Watt. TJ Watt going to Hall of Fame. Make no mistake about it, TJ Watt going to Hall of Fame. We don't have nobody. We don't have a guy like this. This guy right here rack your game by himself. He could beat you. He could beat you by himself. This dude right here. TJ Watt's a monster. We got to make these boys play, man. These are backups right here. 70 and 72. These dudes right here, they need to be under pressure tomorrow. If we getting pressure, these two dudes are getting beat. Because once they start getting beat, I want y'all to watch this dude, the frustration. Number 84. Just watch him after the play. Just watch 84. Watch 84. Watch him. Watch when TJ Watt beat and get the ball. TJ Watt got the sack and the recovery. Look at 84. Look at him. Look at 84. Look at him. He mad as a mug. He feels some type of way. That's somebody right there. His heart in it. Watch him. Watch 84. Watch him. You see what I'm saying? His heart in it. So the point I'm trying to make is that we gotta be in position to beat these boys down. We gotta be aggressive. We gotta be coming off the ball. We gotta be using our technique, either the rip, up and under. We gotta be speed rushing. We gotta do it all. We got to do it all against these boys because these boys coming. The Giants, they feel like the last game, the reason why they won week 2, the reason why they lost is because they ain't had no kicker. So it's we in the week 9 of the season. We gotta be able now to put something together to let these boys know that we on a different path. We on a different level. That's something right there we got to do. We got to do that. And that starts with the offensive line. The next thing we got to do, we got to contain the run game. Man, the Giants got this young rookie, man, Tyrone Tracy. Man, he one of the bright spots for the Giants. Man, this young dude right here, last week against the Steelers, he had 20 carries, 145 yards, and a touchdown. Man, I'm going to show you. This young right here, he got some explosiveness to him. He can play. That's why I've been saying this right here is going to be a defensive line issue too. The defensive line got to play outstanding. The defensive line got to play outstanding. And let me show you. I'm going to show you what I mean. This young dude right here, he got some wiggle with him now. Do not feel that, man, hey, man, the Giants ain't got nobody. Nah, man. The Giants got people, man. They got people. Man, this young dude right here, the Giants, these dudes right here, from everything I've seen, their weakness is pass protection. The Giants give up the most sacks in the National Football League. The Giants lead the league in giving up sacks. So we got to force them to throw the ball, get pressure, because they can actually do some of that run blocking. And let me show you. This young dude right here, this number 29, this little dude right here, he reminds me of a young Joe Morris. Now, I'm taking you back now. Some of y'all like, who's Joe Morris? Go look him up, number 20. When we were kids back in the 80s, man, that little Joe Morris, man, was number like 5'8", 5'7", 5'8", 5'9" at the most. Joe Morris used to run that thing, man. He used to kill the Redskins. He used to kill number 20. Joe Morris used to kill the Redskins. Man, I still remember that NFC Championship game in 86. Man, Joe Morris running up and down the field on us, man. That's 40 years ago. I remember it, though, because I went to bed crying. I thought we was going to the Super Bowl, not the Giants. The Giants went to the Super Bowl that year. Man, they ran all up and down the field on us, man. So the point I'm trying to make is that we got to come prepared. We got to come ready to go. We got to stop this little dude right here, man. This little dude right here, he got some quickness with him. Watch it. You see what I'm saying? He got the Giants, the offensive line, they can run block. This was just an outside zone. But what they did was they crashed, they double team, push everybody, and he gets it and he cuts it back. Man, it's simple. They can do it. Look at this. Man on man, hat on hat, hat on hat, hat on hat. Then he's gonna get it here and come down. Now, y'all asking yourself, why didn't this dude this was a mistake. These two dudes are on the outside gap. Not supposed to be there. One of these dudes, more than likely, it's him. He's supposed to be filling right here. But because he stayed outside, because he stayed out there, that gave number 29 the natural lane to cut it back. He got chewed out in film study. Watch it. See what I'm saying? This young dude right here can play. That little number 29 right there, man. He got some wiggle with him, man. He can play. He can play. We got to have a plan for this young dude right here. The Giants got a real good run blocking offensive line. We got to stop their run, force them to be at one dimension. I know everybody say that's what you're supposed to do every week, but this different. Because if we do that, we're going to be successful. All they did was hat on hat. Hat on hat, that means man on man. Just take him. Just take him. Wherever he needs to go, take him there. They got hat on hat. The Steelers, no penetration. Nobody ain't beating no blocks. Nobody ain't beating no blocks. And guess what happened? He's going to come out the crease. He's going to come out the other end. Now he in the open field. Now he in the open field. The point I'm trying to make is we gotta get penetration. We gotta stop him before he gets started. Because as you can see here, this is just easy. All they did was ain't nothing complicated about this. This is just a dive. He just read it, man on man. He just gets it and he goes. And if you remember the last game, they ran the ball. Look at this. Everybody, man on man, man on man, man on man, man on man. They got him. He blocked him. He gonna get it, and he goes. He gone. He goes. He gone. Look at it. Watch him. That's what I'm saying. He got some juice with him. He got some juice with him. He got some juice with him. We have got to have a plan to shut this young fella down. We got to have a plan. Simple. Man here, double team to here, double team to there. He's blocking it. Then he's gonna get it and just go. That's all that is. Look at that. Look at that. He running hard. You see that? That's the Steelers he doing that too. Man, that's the Steelers. TJ Watt and them. That's who he doing it to. Double team. Here, up here. Here. Double team to here. Block here. You're going to see the receiver come in, block here. Then he going to get it, and he going to run through these dudes. He going to run through them and keep running hard. You know what that is? That's confidence. Watch him. Contact. Boom. I ain't going down. I'm going to keep going. Look at that. Look at that. That's confidence. He said, man, now he feeling it right now. But, hey, man, he trying to get his money. He trying to get his money. So, man, listen, these are the things I'm talking about right here. This is what I'm talking about. You got to understand that the Giants are not, their record is terrible, but they got players. The Giants got players. The Giant got players. So when you look at this, you gotta say to yourself, what is it that we gotta do? Another thing we gotta do. We have got to exploit the defense. And what I mean is by the passing game. Man, the Giants only got one interception all season. We have to take advantage of their passing game. And when we get in the red zone, we got to score touchdowns. We can't be kicking field goal. We cannot beat the Giants this week kicking 7 field goals. Can't happen. We almost lost to the Bears last week kicking field goals. We got to score touchdowns. Got to score touchdowns. I bet y'all $100 that they practice red zone at least 2-3 times this week. They were practicing red zone offense all this week. Because you can't keep kicking field goals. It don't matter what you in high school. It don't matter if you in college, and especially in the NFL. If you kick field goals, you leaving points on the board, you're going to lose. You got to kick. You got to score touchdowns. Touchdowns is the game. You got to exploit that. You got to exploit that defense. And what I mean by that, I'm going to show you what I mean by that. The Giants, we need to be able to run the ball. We got to run the ball. We got to run the ball, be physical up front, come downhill, and have a plan as to when we get to the red zone, how we score the touchdown. Last time we played them, I'm going to show you guys something right here. Let me show you this. When we played the Giants, week 2, Brian Robinson had one of his career days. Brian Robinson had, let me show you. Brian Robinson had 17 carries for 133 yards. We need a touchdown right here, though. We need a touchdown. He had 0 touchdowns that game. You had Jaden, he ran for 10 for 44. Austin Eckler at 8 for 38. We ran the ball 35 times for 215 yards. But look at this. This is the most important stat right here. 0 touchdowns. Y'all see that? Y'all see that, right? 0 touchdowns. Can't have it this week, man. Look at Jaden right here. Jaden went 23 for 29, 226 yards, 0 touchdowns. Can't happen. We need more than that. We got to add some touchdowns here. Jaden had an excellent game. Do y'all remember the first quarter? We had a 15-play drive that ended in a field goal. I want y'all to look at this. I want y'all to look at this. Excuse me. I want y'all to see this. Look at this. You see this? 3 points, 6 points, 6 points, 6 points. Can't happen, man. We can't beat the Giants scoring 21 points, 6, 7 field goals. We got to beat these boys. We got to beat these boys, man. We got to beat them by scoring touchdowns. And let me show you again what I mean. Here's what I mean right here. We got to run the ball. We got to be physical. Brian Robinson got to have another game like that, man. He got to have another physical game. Because one thing these dudes right here want to do, see this dude right here? They gave him 80-some million guaranteed. Gave up a second-round draft pick for him. Brian Burns. He want to rush the quarterback. You see this dude right here? That fat boy right there, number 97, Dexter Lawrence, one of the best defensive tackles in the NFL. He want to rush the quarterback too. Now, they missing Thibodeau, but this young fella right here, he getting the job done, though. He getting the job done. But watch what the Steelers do. This is what we got to be able to do this week. We got to come downhill. We got to be physical. We got to come downhill. We got to be physical. We gotta make people miss. We got to get in that hole. And Brian Robinson, he got to eat. The offensive line last week against that Bears defensive line, they did not play their best game. They were not sustaining blocks. The Bears defensive line, actually, in my opinion, played outstanding other than the first possession. Our offensive line, we wore down. Now, Cornelius Lucas not playing this week. He got a bum ankle. Dan Quinn said Brandon Coleman coming back. I'm excited to see what Brandon's coming back. Man, he had a concussion he missed last week. We're going to need him to come in and give us that spot. But these boys right here, we got to lean on them. These fat boys right here, we got to lean on them. We got to lean on them. This front seven, we got to lean on them. We got to lean on these boys. We got to get penetration. We got to get up in there. This little spot plug right here, this little number 41 right here, he got some juice with him now. He got some juice with him. He caused some problems week 2. He caused some problems. He got some juice with him. That little spot plug right there, he coming down here. Now, we need Brian Robinson and Austin Eckler and them boys, Nicholas and them. We need them to run down here like that. We need them boys to come down here. We need them to be able to come down here and just make big plays. Everything is not going to be well blocked up. Just like that one play week 2 when Brian Robinson, it's the same type of play. Everybody was blocked up. Everybody blocked up. He gets the ball. He kind of fumbles right here, then he turns it up. We know Brian ain't the fastest dude, but he got caught. But, man, you got to be able to find something, make something happen. You got to be able to make something happen. Watch this. Everything is blocked up. You see what I'm saying? He was supposed to go up here. Everybody got a man. Receiver. Look at the receiver blocking. That's receiver right there, number 11. Everybody blocking. Everybody blocking. So you know what Harris does? He bounces it and he makes a big play. That's what you gotta do. That's what you gotta do. Run hard. That's the type. Let it be 5 dudes that's got to tackle you. It has to be like that. It gotta be like that. You gotta have physicality. And even when Austin Eckler, same jersey number, when Austin Eckler come in, you run that little toss, everybody seal. Man, you get that corner, you turn it up. That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. Make these boys play run defense. Make them tackle you. Make them try to make them earn their money with the run game. Come downhill. Look at that. Everybody on the man. Everybody on the man. Everybody on the man. He coming free trying to get somebody hit. He's going to turn it up. He's going to just turn it up. That's what you need. Everybody on the man, you turn it up. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Don't that look like Austin Eckler? I know it do. I know it do to me. Look just like Austin Eckler. Same number, same height. You think the Commanders ain't see this? You think they ain't see this? You think they ain't see this? They gonna just turn it up? You think Austin Eckler ain't see this? Everybody on the man. Everybody on the man. It does not have to be devastating blocks. You get there and you turn it up. You get in that secondary. You get up in there. That's what you need. That is exactly what they need to be doing. That is exactly what they need to be doing. You got to be able, again, this looks like a regular old ISO up the middle, but they peeling it back. Here. Everybody on the man. Fullback. They go up here, come back around on the backside. It's like a peel back block. They act like they're going around, but they turn it around. Look at that. You see that? You see that? Now he's off to the races. Man, listen, man. We need that. That's what we need. You got to double team. The most critical block of this play is the double team right here. He's overflowing. When he comes around, he's going to cut this off. He's going to turn it up. That's what you got to do. Watch it. It don't have to be devastating. You ain't got to knock dude out. Just let him cut that thing up. We got to seal. This thing has been sealed. Let me show y'all what I mean. This is sealed. So he got hit. So it creates a natural alley. Takes it up. That's what you do. That's physicality. Look at that. Look at that. That's what we need right there. That is exactly what we need. Najee Harris, man, he looked good last week because that old line was doing their job. Old line was doing their job. Same type of play. This is a regular toss. Look at this. He got his man. They got this thing sealed. This Dexter Lawrence, best defensive lineman in football. Got this sealed. Got this sealed. Receiver coming down here. Guess what? He coming around the corner. That's what you do. That is what you need. See that? Man, look at that. That's beautiful right there. He catches that ball right there. Man, look at that. Everybody got a man. Everybody got a man. Look at this. Look at that. That's why Najee was able to come around that corner. That's why Najee was able to come around that corner. That's why Najee. And watch what he do here. Watch what he do here. If he had about 2-3 more yards to the outside, he'll still be running. Watch what he do there. There you go. Man, listen, man. This is what I'm talking about. Physicality. Physicality. You got to be able to make these boys, you got to make these boys play run defense, man. These boys want to rush the passer. This ain't no but a little quick screen. Block here, one-on-one with the safety. He got to make him miss. That's simple. That's simple right there. Look at that. Look at that. You think Austin Eckler can't do that? You think Austin Eckler can't make this guy miss? You got to block here. You got linemen coming, but they too slow. Fat boys ain't gonna be able to get this man right here running full speed. They ain't gonna get there. They ain't gonna get there. Look at that. Man, I'm trying to tell you, man. This is what is gonna be needed to beat the Giants. The Giants are, yes, their record is telling us they're a bad team. Yes, their record is telling us that they're a bad football team, but they not that bad of a team, man. They not that bad of a team because when you look at them, they just want to rush the passer because that's what they love to do. That's what they love to do. They love to rush that passer. They want to come downhill. They want to rush the passer. They want to get sacks. They want to boost up their numbers. But they really ain't trying to put in that grunt work, that hard work, get dirty. We got to come downhill on them boys because if we don't come downhill, because that's what they really want to do. Man, Dexter Lawrence, that fat boy defensive tackle, he lead the NFL with 9 sacks. Brian Burns got 5 of them. They want to rush that passer, and they can do it too. Don't get it twisted. They can do it. Don't get it twisted. They can do it. Let me show you what I mean. Let me show you. These boys, they can rush the passer. They can come downhill. They can do it. They came downhill on Russ. They were coming. They can get pressure. They can get Russ old butt was moving. Russ was running around a little bit. You know, Russ done got old. Russ got old, but man, they had Russ moving around. They got Burns. They got Burns here. They got Burns right here playing linebacker. He roaming. Got big Dexter Lawrence right there. Man, listen. Man, we're going to have a plan for this fat boy right here. He a disruptor. This dude right here is a disruption. He can disrupt anything. And this dude right here, Thibodeau, appears to be hurt. So we got concerns right here for these boys right here. And we got to have a plan. This is the second time Jaden is going to see the Giants. I'm very interested to see what the Giants come up with. Watch them. Look at that fat boy move. Look at him. Look at him move. Out of bounds. So listen, you gotta now. I don't understand why you pay a man $80 million to rush the quarterback, but you got him out in coverage. That don't make sense to me, but you know, that's the Giants right there. You know what I'm saying? Look, you see what I'm saying about that dude Burns? You see what I'm saying? Watch him. This dude right here, he comes inside, ET. Man, listen, you gotta have a plan for these dudes, man. You gotta have a plan. Watch this. He got chipped, and he still was able to get the Russ. I like what the Steelers did with Dexter Lawrence. They said, Dexter, you ain't gonna ruin our game. You are not gonna ruin our game. They double team him. Here. He goes here. He comes around. He hits Russ. But man, listen, you gotta have a plan. You gotta have a plan. That was incomplete. That wasn't a touchdown. George Pickens ain't get his foot in. We got to attack that secondary. But we got to attack it of play action, settle them down with the run game, get them worn down, and then rush, and then do what we need to do. See what I'm saying? Now, this was a coverage sack because Russ had time. But still, we got to sustain the blocks, man. We have to be able to sustain blocks and get there. And get the ball out of our hands, run the ball, and also be prepared for all the blitzes and stuff like that. That's what Jaden's going to have to do. When Jaden gets flushed, this dude right here coming. We got delayed blitz right here. He's coming from over here. Jaden is going to be doing the same thing tomorrow. He's going to be doing the same thing. Find the open man. See the holes? The Giants got one interception all year. They pass defense is awful. Wide open. We got to be able to make these plays, man. It's imperative that we do it because they can cause havoc. You see what I'm saying about this fat dude right here? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying about this fat dude? He got up in there. You see what I'm saying? Look at this. Look at that. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? He can wreck your game. And then you got Brian Burns coming from the other end. Right here. He beats the double team here. He gets through the back. He beat 3 dudes. This fat boy beats 3 dudes. He beats 3 dudes to get up in there. He gets Russ. Brian Burns comes around that corner and cleans it up. Never give up attitude. He said, man, I don't want them to take my 80-something million. He said, I got to get mine. I got to get it. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, listen, it is not going to be a cakewalk out there. It is not a cakewalk. They line him up everywhere. They line him up over here, and he can be over here. So we got to be prepared. I expect Brian Burns to line up over Brandon Coleman a lot. Brandon got his job cut out for him. I expect them to be chipping. I expect them to be helping because he can play. Now you got this fat boy right here. He's a first team All-Pro. He is not no Warren Sapp. He ain't none of that, but he can play. He can play. See what I'm saying? The other dude, 51, came around that corner. You see what I'm saying? That's gonna be Brandon. That's gonna be Brandon right there. That's gonna be 71 right there. You gotta, hey man, it is not gonna be peaches and cream out there. See what I'm saying? You gotta have a plan for these boys. These boys right here are wreckers. They want to rush the quarterback. They get juice from rushing the quarterback. That's what they want to do. That's what they want to do. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? We cannot have Jaden run around like this, man. We cannot have Jaden run around like that. We cannot have Jaden run around like that. Up the middle, 93. This dude right here, he gets up in there. Beats the guard clean, gets up in there. You can't have that. Beats the center. Russ runs around. You remember what I told you about this number 41 little spark plug? You remember what I told you about him, right? Watch and see. You see what I'm saying? Strip, fumble recovery. You see, man, it's the reason why I'm telling y'all, man, listen. One thing about Hit the Sled, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I'm gonna tell y'all what's going on. I told you about this little spark plug right here. This little dude right here can play, man. He can play. Week two, he was making plays against us. He was making plays. This little dude right here. So we gotta have a plan. They gotta have a plan because he can make plays. Look at that. That's how you stay in the league. You stay in the league by making plays. That's how you make plays, man. You come in, you come out there, and you make plays. You got it. That's what you do. That's how you play. Man, I'm looking forward to it tomorrow. It's gonna be an exciting day. It's gonna be an exciting day. Look out for the next episode of Hit the Sled. We coming deep. Leave your comment. Hit the like button, subscribe. And man, listen, we got more and more stuff coming. We're going to be doing a lot more. I truly appreciate everybody watching. Man, with that being said, man, Hit the Sled. I truly appreciate it. Spread the word around. We coming. We're doing a lot more. Man, thank you for watching, man. I truly appreciate it. And I'm going to see y'all on the next go around. God bless.